Instagram and I see, oh, Charlie Mack is saying that I'm mentally ill. No, nigga, you mentally ill. And I'm going to tell you why you mentally ill. This is going to be my last thing, because I'm going to get this off before Kwanzaa and everything come in so I can be kumbaya and not have to speak about filth in my mouth. People should have just as much respect for you balking at my assertions about the reality of you, Charlie Mack. And then you thought you was going to double down by getting my cousin Wiz, my so-called cousin Wiz, to talk about, oh, I'm tripping and he ain't never say this and I'm lying. How the hell could anybody believe Wiz? Wiz been running around for years talking about he wrote and produced Free for me. My cousin Wiz Gam name ain't nowhere on no credit for that record. Ain't never been. That was me and Hot Runner. And on top of that, he had nothing to do with the production either. Wiz Gam had nothing to do with the production of Free. Period. Had nothing to do with it. I had Adam Blackstone, Daryl Robinson, Kurt Chambers. Who was on bass? I'm trying to think. No, it wasn't. No, because Banana plays guitar. But everybody that was in the Free video played the actual live track that went along with the studio recorded track, which is what gave it that awesome raw live feel sound. The next time some Wiz Gam tried to lie to one of y'all talking about he wrote and produced Free, ask him to tell you every name of every player on the record, and then go back and look and see if he's right. I can guarantee you, unless he's memorizing it right now because I'm saying something, he lying. My cousin right now is just as credible talking about me being a liar as Janice Dickinson was talking about Bill Cosby after she lied on Sylvester Stallone for all of those years, saying that he was her baby daddy. And then when the DNA test came back wrong, she said, oh, my bad, I was high. Charlie, stop using Janice Dickinson ass niggas to vouch for you, because my cousin is a fucking liar, yo. He steals from his sister, Damia. His own sister. And did absolutely nothing to encourage his brother into a different way of life so he wouldn't be serving life. This is the nigga you talking about? This is the nigga you got vouching for you, Charlie? My cousin. My so-called cousin. You got him? His Janice Dickinson lying ass vouching for you? That doesn't say much about where you stand, yo. Because if you need a liar to back you up, birds of a feather usually flock together, Charlie, with your tall for nothing ass. You a tall for nothing, nigga, yo. And I guarantee you fold the fuck up with your big ass, Charlie. And I'm a liar? Because I know niggas that folded you up back in the 90s. I was in them streets, Charlie. You know me from the street before you know me from music. You never liked me. And guess what? I never liked you either, Charlie. That's why I never participated or had anything to do with your celebrity game. Because I knew what that game was all about. Ooh, or do we need to talk about how you was laundering money? Do we need to talk about how you was using that basketball game to launder money? Or maybe we want to talk about how you started standing next to Will Smith anyway. Because it was Tron. It was Tron that held them down. You remember Tron? Tron Anderson. Tron Anderson saved their life when niggas was ready to trunk Jeff and Will. Where was you, Charlie? It wasn't you that was getting niggas out of trunks and keeping niggas out of trunks? Or do we gotta talk about facts? But I'm a liar, Charlie. Running around telling everybody how you was mad you had to come back to from LA to Philly. Why the f you still in Philly, Charlie? Much as you love Calabasas. Why won't Will and Jada open you back into the fold? Especially after Empire, all the procuring you did for that show. I'm so curious how that worked out for you. All of that Empire shit and everybody broke. Ain't nobody make no money. You got mothers lying just to get by. One of the biggest shows on Fox, and everybody end up broke? That's the kind of management you do? But you know what? That is the kind of management you do, Charlie. Look at what you did to Javon Pearson. Your so-called friend, who you treated like the court jester. at your own wedding because you wouldn't provide a suit for him to be in your wedding as one of the men walking for you. No, he was only good enough to be the clown that hosted your whatever the case may be, your situation at the end of your situation. What a great job managing the brilliant Javon Pearson. Great job, Charlie. While you talked about him like a dog behind his back and said you ain't had nothing to do with a kitty rapist, calling him a kitty raper behind his back. Charlie, I'm putting you on Front Street. You want to call me a liar, yo? You a two-faced ass bitch, and you never liked Philadelphia anyway. All you wanted to do was run behind the Smiths, right? Why won't they bring you back to Calabasas? Why you still in Philly? You hate it. You hate Philadelphia, Charlie, and you've said so to many a person. Why ain't you there? Why ain't your maker? Why ain't Nosferatu got you out there? I've heard stories about why you can't go back. People need to start checking them timelines. Because your ass came back from LA right after Hawthorne got canceled. And you ain't been back ever since. Call me a liar, Charlie. Sue me. Sue me. Yeah. Sue me, Charlie. Or do you want me to start talking about how you f***ed around with that street money and almost got your ass folded up for life? You know me, I ran with monsters. I know your sins too. More than you think I do. And then I hear about you got Yaz and everything all up back home now. Oh, now he back home. Now when I talked to his mama and asked her how he was and if he was still in jail, could I go pray with him? And she started lying to me, telling me that he was still in jail and she didn't know where he was and she wasn't allowed to speak to him. And I went to the Nation of Islam hoping that somebody would be able to find her son, just to find out she was lying. Only reason she would have lied to me about something like that was if you told her to, Charlie. Just like you told her to lie about all of that shit in that book. Because Larry Lowe was a good father to Yaz. And if anybody needs to help Yaz, it's Larry. It ain't you, Charlie. Because the only thing you do is help little boys and young black men into the Smith compound. And then they turn out, run around 2-3 days later screaming. You know, if your life was a movie, it would be The Vampire of Brooklyn. Except for you would be Kadeem Hardison. You'd be the ghoul. You the ghoul. Will Smith was always the star of your show. You the Kadeem Hardison of The Vampire of Brooklyn looking ass nigga, you. I can't wait for your shit to start rotting up and falling off while you waiting to get the crown and shit. You still ain't got that crown. Yeah, you the first out the limo. Yup, the help. The help is always the first out the limo. Take your ass back to Calabasas with the demons, if they'll have you. I can't believe you still in Philly after all this time. But keep enjoying all of the perks of being the ghoul. And the next time you want to have somebody try to balk what I'm saying or rebuff what I'm saying, make sure it ain't no lying Janice Dickinson ass nigga who will screw over his own sister to get ahead. Motherfucker. Oh. Like I said, this is it for me, and it's just all music from here. I just had to say that because I didn't know that the nigga was stupid enough. Somebody posted this shit a couple months ago. It came and went so fast I didn't even know. And I guess maybe people thought I was ignoring it. I'm a real Philly girl for real, yo. Merry Christmas and Happy Kwanzaa and Happy Hanukkah, Charlie, whichever fucking religion you are, whichever God will have you. Pick a God and pray. Because somebody gonna talk about why you was taking young black men. or over to the Smith house, and they couldn't manage to stay. Who wouldn't want to be mentored by real Hollywood royalty? Why do they all run? And why were you always taking them there?